Racing takes place on Friday out at Fairview. It is the 6th of October 2023. We've got 9 races on the program, with race number 1 set to get underway at 11:55. The sort of feature on the afternoon is the Betway Inshore Bet Craddock Place Stakes, and that will be quite a nice race. I see some nice horses are lined up for that contest. I'm joined by Grant Paddock on the line. And Grant, how are you doing?
All good, thank you, Raheel. Thank you very much, and welcome to the punters as well.
Yeah, Grant has a Bipod lined up for us, and he'll take us through the Bipod, which does commence in race number 2. Now, race number 1, 11:55, the off-time open maiden, 1,200 meters. Miraculous Man tops the boards at 33-10. Captain Efficient, 9-2 to 4-1, 5-1 Graduation Time, 7-1 Midnight Advocator. It's then 10-1. And Better Bar those. Grant, race number 1, the horses that sort of dominate the market, they should likely be the ones to fight out the finish.
Yeah, Raheel, agree with you there. I think the Mitchley yard holds a firm hand over here. I'm actually in the camp of the 10 horse here. Captain Efficient ran a very good race 2 weeks ago here, course and distance, and I think on that run 1.25 off the Triumph, who won quite well, but he was doing his best work late, and if he's come on from that run, he should be the right horse in the race. Miraculous Man has had numerous chances to win a race, and he'll be there and thereabouts again with Richard Fourie up, and this horse Graduation Time, that improved in Port Elizabeth first time out, even though it was a very weak race. It did run a decent third and then missed Tucker at the back end of quartets, but I think it'll go to the Mitchley yard the first, Raheel.
Yeah, that's numbers 4 and 10, but Grant were preference for horse number 10, Captain Efficient. Moving along to race number 2, which will be run over 1,400 meters, the maiden plate, 12 the off time, and this will be the start of the bar pot. Your favorite is Mohandas at 2-1, has been supported from 3-1. Bridgerton 4-1, 5-1. Devil a Saint 6-1. About Prince of Denmark, it's 8-1, and Better Bar those. Now, Mohandas, I see that the blinkers are going on, and he's drawn in gate number 2, which will certainly help his chances. 6 lengths last time out behind Big Fella. I'm starting to believe that maybe he's just a bit of a brass, and I think this horse, Prince of Denmark, could be a massive runner, because last time out, I don't think he stayed the 2,400 meter trip, and 1,400 meters with some fair Cape form, he could be effective.
Raheel, I agree with you on Mohandas. You know, they've fired this horse up a couple of times, and he doesn't get himself into the race at all, and he gives them too much start, and he's very one-pace horse in the finish. Back to a 1,400 meters on the track that's going to be running pretty quick. It's going to be very difficult for him, unless the blinkers have done the trick, and he's going to be a lot handier. He has tried them once before in Cape Town, where he got beaten 8.6 lengths. So Mohandas is not for me. I'm in the camp of Devil a Saint from the Snaith Yard. Only problem there is they haven't really been raiding well lately. But his last run, 3.9 to Hatspride in Cape Town, was a good run, and that one last week in Hatspride won our last race in Port Elizabeth. So that form has definitely stood up. Prince of Denmark, massive runner back to the 1,400 meters. A big horse, big free striding horse. There's no doubt Yenny's going to take him to the front. But I still think that Hatspride form line might be a touch on the strong side for him. So I'm going to go Devil a Saint to beat Prince of Denmark, Mohandas, and then a horse that can definitely improve to run into the places, a horse called Moldano, number 8. Really finished his race off very well last time out, 21.1 over 1,200, now going the extra furlong.
Yeah, Maldano gets the 4 kgs off the back and around 8-1 could be some decent value. But numbers 4, Devil a Saint, the top selection in race number 2 for Grant at 5-1. And moving along to race number 3, and the third race will be run over 2,400 meters in MR74 handicap. Mr. Monocle, your 5-2 favorite. It's 11-2 Lord Nelson. Pay Night, it is 7-1 About Question Master. Ellis Island 10-1 and Better Bar those. Now just on your point of the Snaith Yard, not really firing of late. I'm happy to take this horse, Mr. Monocle, on, and I like this horse, Lord Nelson, because his last 2 starts have clearly been over a lot shorter than what he's going to be best over. Now over track and trip that he won his maiden, Richard Fourie back in the irons. It's a bit of a jockey strike here, and he looks perfectly teed up to go well and possibly get that second win.
Yeah, Raheel, agree with you there. Mr. Monaco, 61.5, going 2400s for the first time. Second run after a rest. Not very many boxes being ticked there. Coming back to Lord Nelson, prep has gone absolutely superb. 2 1400s into this race. He's been running on all the time. Richard back in the irons. He won his 2-4 in a very good time as well when he did win his maiden. So he's got to be a massive runner. And then this horse Ellis Island that's joined the Mitchley yard. Also holding solid form, stays very well over the 2400. Is not going to be a concern with Muzi up, and he's a horse that likes to roll up front, and they seem to be winning from the front. So he's also got to go into your play. Probably 4, 1 and 8 for me, Rail.
Yeah, 1, 4 and 8 there for Grant, but there's definitely some value when you look past number 1, Mr. Monaco, Ellis Island at 7-1, and Lord Nelson at 11-2. Moving along to race number 4, Fillies and Mares, 91 handicap, over 1600 meters. Lady Mystico, 22-10 favorite, 7-2 about double check, 9-2 Carbonado, 11-2, and Better Bardos. Grant, your thoughts on race number 4?
Very tricky race, Raheel. I've gone field. I'm not prepared to put my head on a block here. Any one of these fillies can win. Lady Mystico coming back from an 84-day rest. She's done all her good runs on the poly. She's now on the grass from a 1 draw with 59, going a mile. Question marks there, definitely. Double check. Probably the right kind of a form, but the mile on the sharp side. Carbonado's got a chance. So too, definitely, maybe, but all form has been over further. And Ariel Vru is a strong front runner with Yeni up with a bottom weight. That could probably try and catch them out. Very tricky race, Raheel. I've gone for 4, 3, 2 and 7. Big 6, you need the field to survive.
You have to agree with Grant. It is a very, very trappy contest, race number 4, the start off the pick 6 and the race where you need to go as wide as you possibly can. Race number 5, an MR, 78 handicap, 1400 meters a trip. AF Yellow Yokel, your 33-10 favorite. Dawn of a New Era at 9-2, 6-1 El Romiachi, Holy Orders. Lord Varys has found some support, 10-1 into 7-1. Son of Zeus at 7s, and then it's 8-1 and Better Bardos. Now you're telling me off air that you really fancy this horse, Dawn of a New Era, after his last win.
Yeah, Raheel, I really am strong on this horse for Friday. He's having his third run. He's cherry ripe. His work is top class. He's come on from his last win. Good draw. Yeni up, riding in very good form. I'll make it a boat race between him and the 9A Jaffel Jockle. And I think those two will fight it out. Place money to Son of Zeus, and El Romiachi is an iron horse. He doesn't know how to run a bad race, but I'm very strong on the 7Ds and Raheel, and I think there's good value at his present price of 9-2.
Yeah, horse number 7, Dawn of a New Era. So maybe if you're looking to play a few doubles on the day, definitely include this one here in those doubles. And maybe you can even take a chance in the pick 6 and bank a Dawn of a New Era. Grant likes his chances of going back to back. Moving along to race number 6, and the 6th race on the program is over 1400 meters, where we see Underworld take on Fairy Knight once again after they had a battle of running behind Questor. They both topped the boards here, 11-10 and 17-10 about both those runners. 7-1 about Winter Lake, Big Fella, 16-1 and Better Bardos. 2-horse race for you, Grant, or you are looking for a bit of cover?
Definitely looking for a bit of cover with the 5, Big Fella. This horse had his first run in Port Elizabeth 4 weeks ago, and he smashed him. Absolutely smashed him. He's been showing phenomenal work. Really big, free striding horse. Course is going to suit, distance will suit. These top 2 cannot give him start. I can tell you that right now. Pick 6, you got to go all 3 horses. Underworld, obviously, the right horse at the weights to turn it over with Fairy Knight. But as I said, coming back to the Snaith horse is not travelling really well lately. So 1, 2, and 5 for me in the pick 6. But don't leave the 5 out, please. He's a really big runner.
Yeah, number 5, Big Fella, and they certainly got the cash last time out, 33-1 into 7-1, and he won like a good thing. And gamble landed on that occasion with Big Fella coming through to win last time out, and he's one that you have to respect at 7-1 in the market. Moving along to race number 7, Betway and Shorebet Craddock Place Stakes over 1200 meters. Cliff Top 18-10, Slim Yanni at 28-10, Teatro at 11-2. It is then 6-1 about Acorn, 12-1. And Better Bardos. Now, when this horse Slim Yanni relocated to PE, I'm pretty sure the owner Adam Kethro didn't possibly think he'd be taking on Cliff Top But he's a horse that has just developed and he's found his feet and he's absolutely thriving at the moment. But it's not going to be easy for him because he's not the best weighted horse in this contest.
No, Rahil, definitely not the best weighted, but I tell you what, doesn't know how to run a bad race. He's just getting better and better. And you know, Clifftop's not the most honest of horse. You never know which Clifftop is coming to the races, unfortunately. You know, if he puts his mind to it, he'll blow a field like this away, but he's not reliable at all. I'm actually going for Slim Yanni to beat him. Then obviously Teatro and Acorn to fill up those minor positions. Lovely kind of a race this. But between those two horses, one of them should win it. I'm in the camp of Slim Yanni. He seems to be getting better, and Clifftop not really that reliable.
Yeah, Slim Yanni 2 from 2 on the course. He enjoys the distance, and Loom Kotwa takes a ride. And obviously, number 2, Silver Falcon, is out. So that is quite a big scratching that you need to take note of. Silver Falcon not running in race number 7. Moving along to race number 8, which will be the penultimate race on the program. 15:40 the off time. Fillies and Mares 78 handicap over the 1200 meter trip. It is Delicacy at 4-1, 5-1 About Esther, 6-1 Commerson's Passion. It is 7-1 Madam Vicky, 8-1 About Looking Hot, who I think could be a massive runner in this contest. Looking Hot. I see Sean Veal takes a ride for Jean Nell, and she's a filly that is holding a form quite nicely.
100% Rahil. I actually make it between those bottom fillies. I must be honest with you. The Pomodoro Magic, who's my value bet on the day, and Looking Hot, there's not much between them in their last run. But the only problem is Looking Hot can't get herself into a race. She's giving them too many lengths start, and unfortunately you can't do that in Port Elizabeth unless there's one of those howling headwinds, and that's not the case tomorrow. There'll be a tailwind blowing. So probably back end of Cortez running on very late, unless Sean can put her in a race. I'm not 100% sure, but in all her starts, she's been giving so much start and then finishing off very well. I like Pomodoro Magic, but this is another tricky race. Rahil, Commerson's Passion with Yenny up, he's going to have her up there. She comes out of that same Pomodoro Magic form line, but worse off at the weights. And then Ella's Delight with the 4 Claymont. Last time out in a Pinnacle, not her class. She's back down in her class, 4 kgs off, solid front runner. Definite place kind of a chance. Esther, form lines have been better on the poly grass. I'm not too sure. And Delicacy's got to be a runner, but she's got a lump 59 kilos around. Tricky kind of a race, but I'm sticking to those bottom 2. Pomodoro Magic, Looking Hot, Commerson's Passion.
Yeah, that's numbers 10, 11, and 12 horses that you can play around in race number 8. Moving along to race number 9. An MR 70 handicap to close off proceedings on the day. 1200 meters the trip. 4:15 the off time, so it's an early finish to the day. Coastal Path, your 2-1 favorite. 4-1 Joyous Jubilee. 7-1 Iron Tail, and then it's 10-1 and Better Bar. Those now. Coastal Path, his form line was done very well because Narcos obviously came through to win the second leg of the East Cape Poly Challenge, and he caused a proper upset. I think he won in the region of 83-1 or something of that sort on Hollywoodbets when I checked the results. And this horse, Coastal Party, obviously improved on his form last time out. Do you give him a strong winning chance, the one to beat?
Without a doubt. He's dropped to a merit rating where he's now competitive. Last run is good enough. He doesn't even have to improve on it. Just run the same race and he'll beat this field. This is not a strong field at all. In fact, it's very, very shallow. The dangers to him is the course and distance specialist, the Jean Paul, definitely has an each way chance, as well as Torero, the 7-year-old, with Veal up from a 2 draw. But I'm very much in the camp of Coastal Path. I think you can banker him in the back. I know a lot of people don't like doing it, but they found the right race for Coastal Path, and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't win this race.
Number 5, Coastal Path. Grant very, very confident about his chances in the final race. So maybe a dawn of a new era and Coastal Path double for you. Let's move along to the suggested bet, and Grant will take us through his Bipod for racing on Friday out at Fairview. Grant, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rahil. Okay, we're going to start off with my best bet, race 5, number 7, Dawn of a New Era. My value bet, race 8, number 12, Pomodoro Magic. And my suggested bet is the Bipod. Goes like this. The first leg, 3 and 4, by 1, 4 and 8, by 3 and 4, by banker 7, by 1 and 5, by 1, 5 and 10 for 72 Rand.
That Bipod, as you heard from Grant, costs just 72 Rand. Best bet, Dawn of a New Era, and a value bet there, Pomodoro Magic. Grant, as always, thank you very much for your time and your insight with racing out at Fairview. And enjoy your racing on Friday and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much, Rahil, and go well, punters. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much to Grant Paddock for his insight with racing on Friday out at Fairview. All the best to you as a punter, and hopefully it's a profitable one.